Alexander Ford, voted Yuma's best in 2024. The Discount Madness starts now in March with huge savings, like the 2024 F-150 Super Cab 4-wheel drive. Save $7,000 off MSRP. 2024 Expedition Max 4-wheel drive, up to $12,000 off MSRP. And while they last, 2024 Ranger Crew 4x4s, just $35,999. Discount Madness continues on Bronco Sport, Maverick, Escape, and Explorer with rates as low as 3.9%. For a difference you can count on, visit BillAlexanderFord.com today.
Grit beats talent every single time. Introducing the new BF Goodrich All-Terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
All right, guys, welcome back. We are here one more time. You didn't think I'd leave you already, right? The race is barely even over. It's only been over by about 2 hours. No big deal. It's not over for a lot of people, though. So we had to come back and do one more Method Race Wheels Fishgistics update for you guys, presented by Fox Shocks all day long today. Hopefully you guys had fun hanging out with us today. Like I said, it was a really good race. This race, it was one of the closest races we've seen between that many cars at the top. I mean, we've had a race come down to a few seconds before between first and second, but we have like 5-6 cars in multiple classes that are all within less than a minute of each other, 2 minutes of each other for the top spot all day. It was really exciting racing. That's what's kind of cool about San Felipe, because it's such a sprint. Everybody has to drive as hard as they can, and a lot of cars will survive 250 miles. Nowadays, the technology and these cars have advanced so well that you can really drive them pretty hard. I mean, if you look at the top, if you look especially like the trophy trucks, if you look, not a lot of those guys broke. They didn't have a lot of issues. You know, they were able to make it 250 miles without too many issues, and that led to some good racing today. So if we go over and look at the map here, let's go look at some of the times first. I think we have that set up first. So going up to the top here, let's go back. If you just joined us, Alan Impudia is your unofficial winner from earlier. He beat Luke McMillan by less than a minute. And then Luke McMillan beat Rob McCachran by less than 12 seconds. I mean, this is some close racing. Then Toby Price was just behind them by 13 seconds. I mean, we're talking about 12 seconds, 13 seconds. Like, this is just incredible. I mean, just count to 10, and that's how much these guys either won or lost this race or positioned by. I mean, just the podium positions were seconds, just insane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort by some classes here. So there's the trophy truck class. Now we got to look at the trophy truck 2-wheel drive. So here's your trophy truck 2-wheel drive results, because remember, this is a separate class now. So Cameron Steele is going to be your inaugural winner of the trophy truck 2-wheel drive. Cameron Steele. Chad Broughton in second. We have Sam Baldy is going to be third. Tim Herbst going to be fourth. Maverick Gaunt fifth. Dave Taylor sixth. Chris Miller seventh. And Tommy Phelan is going to be eighth. So that is your top 8 in the 2-wheel drive category. Now, if we go over to the trophy truck spec, we have the 297. Jorge is going to be first. Justin in the 285 is going to be second. Arnaldo third. Bryce fourth. Hagel. Ben is going to be fifth. So if the brothers had a bet going on, Ethan owes Ben whatever they bet on, because Ben is faster than Ethan, and Ben gets to brag about that. So good job, Ben. Way to beat Ethan there. Sean Geyser is going to be 6th. Jason McNeil 7th. We got Jose 8th. Charles 9th. Ed Herps. Ed Herps. No, EJ Herps is going to be 10th. Justin 11th. Neil 12th. I mean, look at this. We got 15. Jack Olagus finished 15th. Perfect. Good job, Jack. At least he finished his first Baja race. He was running a lot higher than that earlier in the day. You know, when we looked, I think he was like 4th or 5th in the class throughout the day. So Jack had a good run going. Obviously, he had some problems towards the end of the day, but he got to the finish, so that's good. So there we go. That's a look there. Now, class 1, let's go over. We only got 2 finishers so far. We got Adam Fancook in the RPI all-wheel drive car, got first. Morgan Langley is second. We know that Cody Parkhouse lost a converter because he told me that earlier. And then I believe that the Wilsons just lost an engine or something they just lost. So Wilsons were out of a race as well. So big bummer. Parkhouse and Wilsons both out of the race with DNFs, but Adam Fancook is going to take the win. See, these class 1 cars, they break a lot. Some of you guys were giving me shit saying they don't break a lot, but I mean, but I'm just saying they break a lot. There's a lot of different things that don't hold up too well on the class 1 cars. Let's go look at class 10. We don't have any finishers yet. All right, the UTV Open class. This was a really close race. Brock Heeger and Caden McCachran were really close. Caden had Brock on time, but if you go look at the tracker, Caden McCachran once again had an issue right by the finish at San Felipe. I think it was last year that he ran out of gas or whatever he did right here last year. I forget. He had something broke. He had some problem almost in this exact same area last year for Caden. So something about this last 10 miles or so does not get along with Caden McCachran in San Felipe. I don't know what happened yet. If any of you guys know what happened to Caden, if you're watching, let me know what happened to Caden. But such a bummer. I mean, he was right there. But that means, once again, look who won. Brock Heeger, of course, wins another race. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're winning, 10 miles from the finish, you got to get to the finish. So Brock Heeger, congratulations. He is going to continue on his impressive win streak. All he does is win, and he doesn't do anything else besides win. So, I mean, way to go, Brock. That's another great win. Brandon Sims is going to be looking like second right now. We'll have to wait and see if anybody else finishes on time that will beat him. But Brandon Sims is in. So that's your only 2 pro UTVs we have finished so far. Like I said, we don't have any class 10s. No forced induction have finished yet. You can see Phil Blurton was leading. Caden Wells is second in that class, but neither of them have made it to the finish line yet. So if we head back over to the tracker, we can show you guys a couple classes here. If you guys are in the chat, let me know what what class you guys want to look at, and we'll look them up for you. The Pro UTV Open, we just said who won that. Let's go see the forced induction hasn't finished yet, but Blurton is in the lead. You can see he's right here. So Phil Blurton, right there in the middle of the screen, he is doing 39 miles an hour. He's just about 13 miles from the finish. So Phil Blurton looking pretty good. He just has to get to the finish. That's right where Caden had a problem. So Phil just cruise into the finish, and he should be your winner in that class. Caden Wells, most likely going to be second. We got the 2910. That was your third car there. So going to be third most likely at the finish. And then big gap. Look at this. We're really big gap all the way back to everyone else. We got Paul back here, Zach, Josh Cobb, Carlos. So let's look at the class there. But Phil Blurton looking pretty good. Just got to get that final 10 miles to the finish there. In class 10, if we go and look, we got our first one almost there. So Francisco in the 1000 car is almost to the finish line. They're going to be finished pretty soon. They're just about back to town. So the 10, the 1000 in class 10 looks like it's probably going to be your leader there, or your winner. But Maximilian Yee is going to be second. Max Yee second. We got Harley is running in third. We're going to have to wait and check on the corrected times there. Jason Shipman is fourth. We got Eliseo and Mateus. All 3 of these guys, Jason, Mateus, and Eliseo, really close together there. We're going to have to wait and see what happens there on time. We got Caesar. Oh, Caesar's at 0 miles an hour. That's a big bummer for Caesar. Caesar's one of our buddies. Bummer to see him at 0 miles an hour. And then Matt Willard is back here. So there's a look at your class 10. Now, anybody else want to see a class? What place is Cameron Steele? Cameron Steele won. He won the two-wheel drive class. The trophy truck two-wheel drive class. Cameron Steele is going to be your very first winner of that class, the very first race for that. So that's what's going on there. Someone said, is Caleb still running in the 1088? Let's see. Where is the 1088? I don't even see them on here. So I don't know. Good question. They're not showing up on here unless they're already back to town. I don't know where the 1088 is. Let's see. If I go like this, does it bounce? Yeah, they're in town. So Caleb's in town. I don't know if he finished. Let's see. Let's go look. Go back to class 1 real quick. And no, he didn't finish. So the 188 who you're looking for looks like he's back to town. It doesn't look like he finished though because he's not an official finisher and he's sitting in town. So not looking good for the 188 there. All right. Well, that is that class update. Let's see what else. 1600. Yeah, we can check on the 1600 cars. I think there's 6 of them entered this race. We have this one's back in town, so that means our leader is going to be down here. So the 1625, we got Eric is going to be the lead 1600 car. 1600 Daniel's 0 miles an hour though for Daniel. Oh, just moved. Perfect. Maybe that was his pit over there. So Daniel got going again in the 1600. And then we have the 1621. Dylan is at 0 miles an hour. That might be a pitting area right there though. So mile 160 is where a lot of people pit. So these guys are probably just in their pit. So I would look for Dylan to get going again in a second, most likely. And then Paulino is behind them in the 4th position. So pretty good there in class 1600. If we go look at class 5, you want to see, okay, there's only 3 of them. So here we go. And all right, yeah, the 500, Eli Yee is in first place, has a bit of a lead over the 509, not a massive lead, still a little bit close. And then we got to scroll back a little ways. You can see we zoom out down here to Jesse in the 513. So there is your first, second, and third. That's the only 5 cars we have entered, is just those 3. Class 11, let's go look at class 11. All right, we got one moving. Not too bad, actually, at mile 121, and it's 4 o'clock, so they have at least about 8 hours to go still, and they are just about halfway through. 125 will be halfway, right? So 1103, Rafael looking good. The other cars are not looking so good. Eric Slorenzo is moving, though, so that's good. He's just got to keep going. And then Arthur's at 0 miles an hour. He's been sitting there for a long time, so something's going on with the 1156. Not very good. Eric is moving, though. He's been stopped for a while, but you can see he's clearly moving again. So good. Hopefully he can keep going there. All right, what else? What other class? Pro Stock UTV. Let's look at the Pro Stock UTV because there's a lot of these. There's 24 of them. So we got Scott Bergen there in the 3908 is going to be your leader, followed by Francisco Beltran here in the 3921. So first and second, and then back to third is going to be Andy Chavez here in the 3928. And then Dennis Romero is going to be 4th. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Pro Stock UTV, NA and Turbo. It's just the Pro Stock class now, basically. So pretty good there. And then you got quite a battle here in the middle for like the, what is that, 5th through maybe 10th spot or so. Pretty close. So you'll have to check on that one a little bit later and see how it goes. In the naturally aspirated class, we got Ricardo Torres leading, followed by Eva Starr there in the 1919. So good race in the NA class. There's only 4 cars that entered this class this time, but at least it's a good race between first and second. Down to third here. We got Dean down here in 3rd place, moving along. In class 7, let's go check on them again. So class 7, we have Dan Shamley here, still in the lead. He was leading last time we looked as well, followed by Reese Millen. So Reese Millen is in second here. Reese Millen in second. And then we got Randy Bluth at 0 miles an hour. That's going to be his pit there at 160. So Randy in the reliable diesel truck. That is a diesel truck. That's kind of cool. Or at least it was. I think he still got the diesel engine in there. I forget. He did before, at least. And then the 708 James Bluth in the Baja Light, the old Pistol Pete Baja Light, is still moving along. So glad to see them going still. So got all 4 moving there. And then we come back over here. We got Tim. He's still moving too. He's just a little ways back. He might have had some issues earlier. So that's a look at your class 7 update there. Wilkie's still moving. Yeah, I think they were stopped earlier. Let's go look at Wilkie. He was no, Blake Wilkie looks like he's out of the race. They're over on the lake bed off the track. So it looks like Blake Wilkie's probably most likely done unless they're going to try to fix the car. But they are off course out on the side. So not sure what happened with them. And let's see. We're not sure what happened with Caden McCackern. It sounds like his car won't start right now. So what a bummer for Caden. I mean, like we said, he was leading. He had the race. He was leading until right here, literally 10 miles from the finish. His car shut off, and it doesn't sound like it's turned back on yet. So huge bummer for Caden McCackern. But I mean, once again, congratulations to Brock. Dude's just either he leads the whole race, or he, someone that's winning has a problem here, and he goes on and wins anyways. So pretty crazy. I think that covers just about all the classes though. Yeah, Heger won. You guys are still, if you guys are asking there. And that's that. All right. Well, I think that's I don't know, anything else you guys want to see? That's pretty much about it. I can go show you the leaderboard one more time again. Here, hang on. Let me scroll over here. So, yeah, we got that's class 1 Pro UTV Open. Like we said, Brock Heger is going to be your winner in that class. Brandon Sims is going to be second. And then if we go back to show you the top, Alan Impudia, unofficial. We gotta wait. Remember, I mean, he's probably clean by this point. We haven't heard that he's not. I'm sure he is. I mean, speeding penalty we probably would have known about by now, or a BCP we probably would have known. But most likely, Alan Impudia is gonna be your winner. It's a way to start off and defend that #1 plate for Mexico too. Pretty cool. So yeah. Good to see Alan out there. Good race for him. Luke's bummed on second. I know he wants to win, but that is a good finish for Luke. They just did a lot of work to that truck. They put a new engine package in there. They modified some things, the way it sits in there and everything. So for Luke to come out and lose this race by less than a minute, I mean, I know he's bummed, but he's got to be stoked on that. I mean, that's a good finish. You always want to win, but getting second by less than a minute is good. Rob Mack, I guarantee you Rob is stoked right now. That is the first race in a long time he's ran in that new Jimco all-wheel drive that he didn't have some little issue. And I mean, third place, literally a minute, 59 seconds out of the win. It was Rob Mack only. That's crazy. Or 48 seconds, whatever it is. That was close. So Rob's got to be stoked on that. I mean, Toby Price, Paul Wheel, they got to be happy. They lost Serpentine Belt, and then they got going again. Lost Serpentine Belt in qualifying, so that set him back a ways. Where's Morgan? So Morgan, I believe, rolled the car. What did we have? We had an update for him. Yeah, Justin Morgan rolled the car earlier at mile 100. He is back moving, but they are going to be, it's going to be a little bit of a long day. But Justin Morgan is good. They got the car fixed. He is moving again. So Justin Morgan is moving again. All right, well, I think that's going to wrap up our coverage of San Felipe for us here. That's most of the top classes we have winners for. So once again, thank you to all of our awesome sponsors that jumped on board this year. We got Method Race Wheels, like we said, Fox Shocks, VP Race Fuels, BFG Tires, Alexander Ford. Bummer for those guys. They rolled earlier, then they got the car fixed, and then they had some other issues with it, and they're out of the race now. So bummer for them as well, for the Alexander Ford guys. Vision Canopy, nicest canopies out there. They always keep you covered and everything. So thanks to Kyle over there at Vision. Jeff Alford, we're going to go have some drinks now because we're done. So we're going to go have some drinks. And yeah, we're going to have some drinks. We're not in Baja. Somebody asked earlier. No, we're not in Baja. I'm in San Diego. So that's where we are. Baja Designs, best lights out there, hands down. Look at what most of these guys winning the race are running. They're running Baja Designs. And then, of course, Monster Energy. We got to have some Monster Energy here and there to keep us going. So thank you to all of them over there at Monster. And that'll do it for our Fishgistics coverage of San Felipe. Hopefully we helped you guys out today. I hope you had a good time watching the updates. It was fun to keep you guys posted on everything as much as we could. Thanks to everyone in the pits that gave us split times or sent us videos. We got tagged in a ton of, I mean, every second my phone goes off with a new video that we're getting tagged in. So thank you guys. With social media, it's getting crazy. Just the amount of star streams and live in-cars that are out there, I don't even know what to watch anymore. It's just crazy. For the 500, if there's not a list published somewhere, I'm going to publish a list for you guys. We're going to do a Google Sheet, and we're going to list a link to everybody's in-car that we know. So if you're going to run an in-car at the Baja 500, send me your link, and I'm going to build a Google spreadsheet that has everyone's on it, because there's literally 50 or more people that are streaming at all these races now, and I don't know who to watch where. So we're going to build a spreadsheet. I'm going to have it for you guys for the Baja 500. It'll have a link to anyone's whose is public. Anybody that wants to share their link public, send it to me. It'll be a Google Sheet you guys can all see, and it'll have links right on it that goes to everybody's cameras. It'll make it a little easier for everybody. It's cool having those cameras, but it doesn't do us any good if we don't know how to watch them, right? So yeah, that's going to be at the 500. All right. Well, thank you guys once again. Stay tuned for the San Felipe wrap-up show. We will probably do it probably not next week because I'm going to be headed out to Laughlin. I'm going to be doing some live coverage out there for the Legacy race. So that's where you'll see me next, is we're going to do some live Legacy racing next weekend. That should be pretty fun. That's where Christopher Polvardi is. If all you guys that are asking where Christopher is, he's racing Legacy next weekend. He's going to be back for the 500, but he didn't race the 250. He's going to race Legacy next weekend instead. So we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next weekend, and we'll announce the San Felipe wrap-up show. It'll probably be the week after next. So watch in 2 weeks for that. All right. We'll see you guys. I will see you live on the internet next weekend for the Laughlin Legacy race. We'll see you at the next score race, 500, and the San Felipe wrap-up show in about 2 weeks. All right. Have a good